Dianne Feinstein is so old, she doesn't go to work in the Senate anymore. And even the Democrats want her to quit because she just can't do it anymore. In California, there's a senator who's been in the Senate for, I think, 700 years, more or less.
Feinstein?
Dianne Feinstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, she's 89. She doesn't go to work anymore. She doesn't go to the Senate anymore. She's in very serious declining health. Even the Democrats in California are calling on her to step down.
Is she still alive?
Allegedly, nobody has seen her. Her press secretary releases information about her will, but the Democrats are suggesting more than 30 years is enough. Her mental fitness is gone. Reps around the country, Democrats, are all asking her to step down. And she came up with an idea that maybe she should have a temporary replacement until she gets better, as if you can do that. Now, before I talk to you about your opinion on this, I want to remind our viewers that the founders felt that the service somebody does for the country by participating in either the House or the Senate is supposed to be a temporary thing. It's not supposed to be a career. You're supposed to serve 1 or 2 terms and you go back to your family farm or your hardware store or whatever you're running, because it should be rotated and you're there as a patriot, not as a career. Somebody like this that has made tens of millions of dollars, insider trading and God knows what else, no longer can even work, no longer comes to work. I'm reminded of your best friend, Mr. Fetterman, in Philadelphia, who's been hospitalized since, he got elected, and they say he's fine, but now he's got depression and he can't come to work. And there's 2 or 3 people like that literally ought to be removed because they can't come to work. And yet, this nearly dead lady refuses to leave the Senate and she never shows up to work. Well, what does that tell you about what these people care about in the Senate and the House?
Well, it's just like I said with Fetterman. They can care less if they're brain dead or if they're even alive, just long as they can occupy that seat. That's what it comes down to. You don't even worry about showing up. We'll do the vote for you. Your absentee ballot, you get absentee ballot for real. You have an excuse why you cannot be here to vote. Just tell us how you want to vote. Don't even worry about telling us how you want to vote. We'll vote for you. We got you. We got you. We got you.
Well, one of those things, they had this during COVID, which, by the way, has now been eliminated by decree. It was cured, in case you didn't notice. There's no more masks, no more requirements, no more segregation. You can do anything you want.
So why are they still wearing masks? Why are people still riding around with the windows up with a mask on? But that's a whole different story.
Well, that's a mental illness. That's something else entirely. Why is it okay for these people to be in Congress till they die?
It's really not. I mean, I'm with you. It's not supposed to be a career move, right? It's supposed to be that you do your civic duty and then you step aside.
Well, it's like being on a jury. You're there for 3 weeks.
That's my point. Yeah, you do your civic duty and then you step to the side. But these career politician criminals have figured out how to game the system, and they go in poor and come out filthy rich.
Oh yeah.
Filthy rich. I'm like, how did that happen? And if you or I were to do any insider trading, Barry, we would go to prison. But again, there's different rules for them and different rules for us.
Yeah. How did the Obamas leave the White House flat broke, supposedly?
Yeah.
And now they're worth 100 million. Clinton, flat broke, worth hundreds of millions. Dianne Feinstein, worth hundreds of millions. How is that possible?
Criminals is organized crime.